What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the IEP Weekly Update, where we dive into what's happening this week in our performance program, as well as other announcements and updates from the IEP team. We're currently in week 2 of our power cycle, but before we dive into what to expect from this week, I am going to read a quick excerpt from a blog that we'll be posting on our website here in a few weeks, just to give you an overview and understanding of why we chose to do a power cycle and what the intent is in relation to your job. Ultimately, it boils down to muscle fiber types. You have type 1, which is slow twitch, then you have type 2A, fast twitch but longer lasting, and then you have type 2X, which is very fast but not as long lasting. Training fast influences your muscle fibers to fire faster and transitions type 1 fibers into type 2A. Training high velocity movements results in specific adaptations in regards to high velocity movement. If you're wanting to move fast, you have to move fast. So hopefully that kind of gives you a little bit more of an understanding of why we're doing a power cycle in the first place. Again, how we train in our performance track is not like a typical linear periodized training program. We're not fully emphasizing everything and putting all of our eggs into one basket and doing a full power cycle. It is a power emphasis. We're still working strength. We're still working our work capacity. We're still training speed and stability and mobility and all those things that are incorporated and needed to perform well on the job. We are still doing those, but we're just having a little bit more of an emphasis on the power movements and having a couple extra exercises to help train fast and help our muscles fire faster. All right, so let's dive into this week's breakdown. On Monday, we're going to be back into our speed and power day. This is again our primary acceleration day, where we're working on pushing the ground away and getting faster in our starts. We'll do this by working a posture movement to help us build our core and maintain a strong posterior chain as we are sprinting. And then we're going to do a pattern drill, which is going to help us positively influence our sprint mechanics. And then we'll get into the actual push drill, where we work on accelerations. This week's variation is going to be the skip and start. So this is a moderate start where we kind of hop or skip into it a couple of times, and then we roll into the sprint. So significantly less intense than a 3-point start or even a 2-point start. And then after this, we'll hit a lift prep and then get into our sprinting accessory movements, which is our power work. So we'll do some cleans and then work our Nordic hamstring curls. If you missed the post on why we do Nordic hamstring curls, we posted it last week. Go ahead and check that out on our Instagram page. It'll give you a good understanding of why we do that. Tuesday is going to be our primary strength day. We're going to couple all these strength movements with a power exercise to kind of work that post-activation potentiation. So if you don't know what that is, it is a technique in training where we hit a heavy lift and then a fast lift following, and it kind of tricks our brain into moving faster than what it would if we were just to do those power exercise alone. So we'll be using this as kind of a cheat code to help us get more powerful in a shorter amount of time. Wednesday is going to be our primary change direction day, as well as aerobic capacity. This week's movement emphasis is going to be on the lateral push. So last week we worked on force absorption and ankle stiffness. This week we're going to be working on pushing sideways and moving laterally, typically in a shuffle pattern. And then we'll roll into Thursday, which is going to be our accessory day. We will do a strength and power superset to prime things off, and then roll into our accessory work, which is those things that we need to drill and train in order to help have stronger supporting muscles for our strength lifts. Friday will be our max velocity day. This day is going to be, again, same structure as what we did on Monday, where we work our posture and our pattern, and then we get into an actual sprint exercise. This is going to be our longer sprint day. This week we're going to be working 25-yard sprints with a build, fly, build. So this is going to be an acceleration movement, and then we hold the speed, and then we continue to accelerate after we hold. So we're working on pushing through and maintaining good technique as we're speeding up and having to push at some point during the sprint. This will be followed up by a couple of strength and power supersets, and then we'll finish off the week with our work capacity. And then we'll get into Saturday, which is our active recovery day for those who were able to hit everything during the week, or the makeup day if you missed something throughout the week due to schedule or a call out. Then you can just bump it over and make it up on Saturday so you don't feel like you miss anything. So again, the main things that we want you to hit are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Those are the days with movement. Those are the absolute bare minimum days we want you to hit. And then everything else is just kind of a bonus. We're smack dab in the middle of the month, which we are calling Sprint Timber. We're using this month to educate and on-ramp cops into sprinting, why it's important, and how you should do it properly. We've created a free 4-week sprint program for those who are looking to improve their speed and power, thus improving on-the-job performance and just being able to move better in general. So if you haven't checked that out, it's not too late to start. You can use this throughout the year. Head over to the link down below and check that out. As always, today is Sunday, our rest day. This is our full recovery day where we allow for time out of the gym and away from the range to where you can spend time with family, friends, checking on your buddies, make sure you're recovering well, healing your body, and getting ready to attack this next week. Make sure you're eating well, hydrating well, and taking care of yourself. Stay safe, train smart.